Welcome to Tales Point High Book Club for July, where we've been reading The Surfer. Or if you've got the US copy, this really creepy version, which was more accurate to the book, I think, than the UK one. Right, I'm just going to add our special guests in. I can see they're all here. Happens every time. Hopefully someone will appear on the screen. Hey Billy. Hey everyone. This one was a wild one. Hi Taylor. Hi Veronica.
Hello! Hi! I'm going to have it.
Oh, yeah! And I just had Chelsea in. I knew I missed someone out and then I couldn't remember who I'd missed. Not intentionally, Chelsea. There we go. Right, so Chelsea should have an invite. Thanks for joining us. I've been
So
so
happy to be
excited.
here.
Been so excited to chat to you guys, honestly. Hi, Chelsea.
Hello.
Hello,
I know, we said the
yeah.
same thing.
I'm greedy. I've got two copies because I've got the UK one, which the cover on the UK one, what were they thinking? It's not. It's got
There's
little
a
scratch
discourse about that.
marks. Yeah, but this one definitely has the right vibes. I think definitely.
Hopefully.
But yeah, but they kept the tagline the same. Normally they change them as well on the editions, but the tagline is the same on both. So yay! But yeah, thanks for joining us. I've been so excited to chat to you all. I thought I'd do like a little summertime treat and have like a trio of amazing authors, like to chat all things about this book, The Surfer, and obviously to add to everyone's TBR piles as well, which is great. So I'll just do a quick introduction then. So first up, I've got Taylor. Now in the UK, Taylor, we want to say Grothe for your surname, but I know that's not right, is it? So please
Just,
correct
you can
me.
call me whatever you want.
No.
It took me like 13 years of marriage to get it. It's Grothe, which is like,
Wow.
imagine you're saying Goethe, like the author Goethe, the other author.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh,
don't
thank
worry
you for
about it.
correcting me. I was like, I was there on YouTube. You know when you can put in like the names, like how to pronounce things. I was like, oh, I'm going to butcher this up. I might as well just be honest.
Totally love it.
But Taylor is the writer of adult and young adult horror, horror romance, dark fantasy, and Taylor's debut YA horror novel Hollow comes out in the fall in 2025. Yay!
Yay!
So excited! And I just saw the other day you released popped up the UK cover, which is it Walker Books, I think, over here?
It's
It's
Walker.
been
Yeah.
released, and oh, chef's kiss for that. Oh, it
Thank
looks
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Hollow. Just a little,
Every
little
time
bit.
people ask me these questions, I'm like, I don't know what my book's about. I don't remember. Basically, it's about an autistic girl who goes on a camping trip with her friends and ends up alone in a community of artists,
Ah.
outcasts in the middle of the Adirondacks. And she feels very strangely like she belongs there for the very first time. But things take a dark turn very, very rapidly.
Ooh, can't wait for that one. Can't wait.
Thank you.
Then we have the brilliant Veronica Bane, who spent her formative teen years, I read, in a popular theme park, working in a popular theme park. And her debut novel, Difficult Girls, has just come out, and you've just come back off like an epic tour. I don't know how you're awake, Veronica, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Last night was my last tour stop, but I'm really excited to be here, so it's
Oh,
okay.
I know. I've seen you. Like I've been tracking. I sound like a stalker, but I've been tracking your travels, and I'm like, whoa, she's so busy. So tell us a little bit about Difficult Girls.
Yeah, well, it's right there. So it is a young adult thriller about a girl who gets what she thinks is her dream job at a local theme park, only for it to turn into a nightmare when a performer goes missing, and it appears she was the last one to see her alive.
Oh wow, yes.
I'm gonna just say this because I feel like Veronica will not say this, but it's a USA Today bestseller.
USA! Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Thank you.
whoop. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and talking about bestsellers, Chelsea!
Yes, Chelsea won.
Yay! All the good news this week. There was just good
That's
news all
right.
over my feed
Is
everywhere.
Taylor will be next.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Y'all better make sure.
Definitely.
Help.
So Chelsea is the author of The Farmhouse. She writes twisty, speculative thrillers, psychological horror. And I read that your books are packed with murder and kindness because we can be more than one thing. And I love that. That's really
Yes.
nice. So tell us a little bit about The Farmhouse, Chelsea.
sure, I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Oh, such a good
Um,
cover.
it is. They did a really excellent job. So the farmhouse, you've got a married couple who've been living in San Francisco. Things have just not been great the last 6 months, and they are ready for a fresh start. So they decide that they are going to buy a farmhouse in rural Nebraska. And it's going to be everything they wanted it. They were already working remote. Why not live remote? It'll be great. But they didn't ask why the farm was for sale. So every woman who
Mm.
has lived there has died, and Emily just moved in.
Uh-oh.
Can't a girl catch a break on the rent or mortgage without paying a price? It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah, I
fair.
mean,
It's not fair.
I would say there's something about, and when I say like there's murder and kindness, there's also some fun. Like she's training for a marathon, so she's running in the cornfields during the day. And like she's seeing
Yeah.
cows and she's naming them. She decides to be a chicken mama, so she gets some chickens and names them after the Golden Girls. And then her
Oh.
husband names one Mother Clucker. They are fan favorites, but at the same time, there's a barn chasing her and a lot of terrifying screams at night and ghosts and gaslighting and
I
Dun,
mean,
dun,
just girls being
dun.
girls, as far as I can hear.
yeah,
So,
it's just it's girls horror. Yeah.
yes.
Oh, I love that. And I saw Emma asked, what age is Hollow, the autistic pro tag for? I think that's Hollow. Is it YA? So it is YA.
Okay.
And what age is it aimed for? That's normally like early teens to teen
Yeah.
and adults.
And adults. I would say I have opinions about this and we can talk about it because I was thinking about it a lot while reading The Surfer. But really, YA now is like 14 and 15 and up.
Mm,
And it feels like when I was reading R.L. Stein Goosebumps, I was like 10, 11, which is probably
yeah.
not good, but I think that the age range has changed. But I will say that my team is marketing my book as 14 and up.
Yeah, because it was really interesting. Just jumping to the surfer, that the pro tag was, I think she was meant to be 17, which
Mhm.
always seems a little bit older than the normal point horror. I feel, unless I just read them younger because I read them younger myself. So I was quite interested having a little bit of an older. But she did read quite young, I thought sometimes. But we'll get into that.
Well, I think that the 90s slang of it all was interesting because that's where she read. It was interesting to try to plug her age because the way that she
Mm.
like what did she keep saying that I loved? It was like, you're so far outside for this. And
Yeah.
I was like, we need to bring that back. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I love that as well. I've never really heard that saying before. It mustn't have been a thing here in the UK, but now I'm going to use it in my everyday, at
I
work, everywhere.
I was a child in the 90s, but my siblings were all teens in the 90s. And so I'm going to message them and be like, did you ever say this? Because this felt like it might have been I'm not sure how to say her last name, Linda Cargill?
Cargill, I'm
Cargill.
thinking,
This might
yeah.
be a Linda Cargill slang creation because I'm not sure
Maybe.
I ever heard it.
I can't remember ever hearing that.
But
Oh, now I'm
but we heard it
disappointed.
multiple times in the book, so I was like, this had to be something for her, where she was like, we're using this.
We're so far out.
So far out. So have you ever read little kitty cat?
Oh my gosh, she's so
Uh,
annoying. I might
oh,
let her out.
oh, bless. Have you ever read point horror before then, Chelsea? Have you ever read point horror?
I didn't. I was a big Fear Street
Mm.
Mm.
Fear Street reader in the 90s, Fear Street and like Christopher Pike. So though this was my first point horror,
Ah,
I feel as though
yay.
I may have had missed out because like I love me some pulpy slashery goodness.
Yay. How about you, Veronica? Have you ever read a point horror before, or?
I was trying to figure out if I had. I I don't think I did. I was very into Animorphs as a
Mm.
child. I feel like that was which is, I guess, ironic now that I write thrillers and horrors, but I think I was more into the like sci-fi, like I don't know what you would call Animorphs, like body thriller, because they were definitely
Yeah.
scary, but
Yeah, they
they
were.
haunted my dreams. But I don't think I did any of these specifically.
That's such a
So.
blast from the past. I'd forgotten about those.
Oh, I went in the pandemic. Someone posted online that the author had said it was okay if they were all uploaded to some site and that you could read them. And they said like they had messages about the author saying like these are out of print, so it's fine or something. So I read them all during the pandemic, and
Oh,
they are
wow.
wild.
Are
They
they?
are so traumatic. They are these little war-torn children. Like I don't know if you remember, a child gets stuck as a hawk. Like he is stuck in the body of a hawk for the rest of his life and has to contend with this. It's horrifying. But yeah, so
I'm,
So what you're saying is you would have gone for more of the pig stuff in the Surfer.
yeah.
I was shocked when that, like, I was like, oh, we're going like I knew I have to say, not a lot of surfing in the Surfer. I was
No.
a bit
Yeah,
surprised.
no.
No.
I thought
Yeah.
we
Right?
were gonna get like killed with surfboards and like I don't know, like more of not Jaws, but I was expecting people out on the water getting killed, and I was
Yeah,
not
me too.
expecting like a cult witch turning. I mean, I wasn't mad about it, but I just wasn't expecting it. Like, just,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
very different. I'd not read this one before either, so when I read it, I was like, "Oh, okay, that was different.
Yeah.
Different to the average point horror."
When the dad was like, she's giving me a little hoof, just like as a threat, I was like, oh,
Oh.
okay. All right. Poor
It
dad.
was so random.
I'd be just
No
like,
hoof.
put that foot away. I don't like
Put it
feet. I don't do
away.
feet. No.
But I understood. I just loved that. Like I know that we were supposed to buy, and I did enjoy it, but we were supposed to buy that that the wife was all in on new daughter. But the fact that her husband had a foot that was turning into a hoof, that didn't snap her out of it. She was just like, oh, that's him. That's
Maybe she
the
liked it.
That's him
that,
now.
that's the good doctor. I'm okay.
Maybe he's somebody who always keeps his socks on. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't
Who
know.
knows? He was just like,
That sounds very 90s, however.
yes. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
honestly, yes,
Like he
yes.
doesn't take his socks off.
Yeah.
Gross.
And how about you, Tanya? Have you ever read a point horror before, or is this your first time as well?
This is well, I think it's my first time. My memory is hazy at best. I have to say, I was a really big Goosebumps person.
Mm.
And Fear Street and Animorphs, but not point horror. I
Ah,
don't think. But
okay.
yeah, no, it was really fun. And it reminded me of why I like old pulpy horror a lot.
Yay! I love that.
But I also agree that I was like expecting somebody getting whacked with a surfboard. And
Yeah.
like, and especially the UK cover, there are like claw
Yes.
marks on a surfboard. I'm like, what is,
The
Yeah,
claws.
where is
it
the
was giving like
surfing?
animal too.
Yeah.
It's not even like a
Yeah.
pin hoof print. It's like a full like claw.
Yeah.
Can you
And like
imagine
she
if
Um,
it
doesn't
was like a pig paw, a hoof print or whatever,
yeah.
and you're like, what
yeah,
is going on?
there's so
Also
much happening in this book. And it's so
we
short. I forgot how it's
yeah.
not even 200 pages.
Yeah,
We,
so
we we see
short.
her
Yeah.
on a surfboard once, but also she's confused by everything in the house.
Yeah.
So did
Yeah.
she just randomly find a surfboard to like
Well, yeah, the fact that because I was
I'm
trying to
overthinking
track.
it.
No, but I
She
was
was
trying to
doing
track.
tricks and everything, wasn't she, on
Yeah,
that
she
surfboard?
was.
Yeah.
I feel like I could see the pitch meeting for this of them being like, okay, we need the image of a girl on a surfboard because surfing is really hot right now. But we don't, and the author was like, yeah, but I don't want to actually do anything with surfing. And they're like, just give us one scene. Just give us the opening and then you can do whatever you want. And she was like, cool, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were like,
I
Point Break is really hot
Yeah.
right now. So what we're going to need is a surf themed height to surfing somehow.
Yes. Yes. Because like
So funny.
the good doctor is like, yeah, she's got brain activity. And then she just kind of like showed up here. So I was like, so she was surfing before she hit the boat. Okay. But again, what you said, Chelsea, where did she get this surfboard? Was she just like hanging out in the water and is like, I sensed that, what was it? Stevenson is kissing someone nearby or wants to kiss someone nearby. I better show up. And what better way to show up than with a surfboard?
Oh, it's so random. But a lot of the
So
times,
funny.
like as you say, a lot of the times with these point horrors, the authors were given the titles to work with. And that's it. They were given the
Mhm.
title and then kind of do what you want. So I just think Linda was like, surfing's
Yeah.
old school, pigs with hooves, sea witches, everything. Let's just go for it.
I don't know if
I
you
didn't even know
guys
that
were
she wanted a
getting
sea
like,
witch.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I was getting like Little Mermaid, but evil. Like it really felt like she had
Oh,
watched Little Mermaid and
okay.
was like, I want Ursula's story. And she was like, well,
Yeah.
Totally.
I've booked this job, but I think I can still make it work.
Oh, I love
I mean, it
that.
got printed, so she did something right. You
Exactly.
know, like,
I
yes.
I mean, this is giving me hope for my current books. Like if I don't really like something that's suggested, I'll just throw it in at the beginning and then do
And then
And
just,
then just do away with it.
a sharp turn.
Oh, I saw Larissa had put, it's been a good few years since I read this one, and I don't think I managed to make my mind up about it at the time. I never posted about it, which I reckon speaks my thoughts for it at the time. Because it's so different to like the normal point horrors. Emma said, I love the support you're giving each other when we was chatting at the start, when you was all saying, yay to each other's books, yay.
oh. You
Aw.
know what? The horror community is like this big, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, and I've heard it said many times that the horror community is the nicest book community, and I fully agree with that. So,
yeah,
It
Well,
is. It
definitely.
is
it
absolutely the
is.
nicest.
I
Definitely.
I don't know if you two have gotten this question, but I got this question on tour. Why do the nicest people write the most messed up things? And I was like, I don't
That's
know,
such a
but
good question.
I'm like, I'm glad you think I'm nice. That's a
I
start.
so I have theories about this because I also think it's true for people who um, write or listen to heavy metal music. I think it's
Mm,
Mm,
anything that's like either really aggressive or has like these dark themes. Like people get it out. You
yeah.
get out. Oh,
yeah.
So it's you know
I
Oh,
think
I
it's an
like
people
that.
are
empathy
nicer.
thing. I think it's an empathy
Ah,
thing. I
Yeah.
think you have to have real empathy to be able to scare people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's so smart. And I
Yeah.
also think that as a writer, you're always trying to put your character in the worst possible situation. Like that's the
Hmm.
goal of storytelling, right? And so for me, what's worse than, you know, people not
Yeah.
making it to the end? I don't know if I can say the words that will get it flagged. So,
Oh, with what I say on here, I think you can get away with it.
oh, perfect.
So I saw that Nikki put, what was going on in this book, Nick? In accidents and concussed more times than I've hated going to work, which is a lot. So we'll, we'll get into it. I know we've like briefly touched on some bits, but obviously I've done I did do like a little synopsis, but I think like basically it's just about someone who is kissing on the pier with her boyfriend, so one her supposed boyfriend sees someone in the water, and then there's all this curse and law and stuff like this, which is very different to a normal point horror. And I do love a seaside horror, I have to say, and set on the beach and things like that. And I do like how the blurb doesn't really give anything away
Nothing.
as well. It just
Nope.
doesn't, and I love that. and it just go because I think the blurb's trying to appeal to what the point horrors that we all know, whereas
Mhm.
like it just went wild as we
I
have
was not
mentioned.
prepared for suddenly we were turning to have this like backstory of Lady
Yeah.
Ingrid. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like I'm running along and I thought I knew what might happen when we got to the house. And then it was like, let me tell you a story of my great great great
It's
great
gonna be a
grandfather.
long one, I think he says as well. And I'm
Yeah.
like, buckle up.
I'm like, okay, okay.
Oh
But I could
dear.
see it so clearly. Like, what
Yes.
17-year-old boy wouldn't have said it's gonna be a long
It's
one, you
gonna be a
know?
long one.
I I did just love that this has never come up between them before. Like I get it to a degree, but like the fact that he wouldn't have said, "Yeah, my family's got some crazy stories," and it's not like it's not concrete. Literally, I mean, I know he doesn't know that his mom has died, but like other people have clearly died in his family, and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't feel like sharing this with you." Kind of girlfriend,
Yeah,
like until this,
considering they've known each other
Well,
for so long as well.
yeah.
also,
Oh.
why does the whole family leave without him?
I know.
Like it
Yeah.
seemed like it was a very normal, like obviously my parents left for the surgeon convention and they took my sisters, but not me. They look like my parents, but not me. Totally
Well,
That's
normal.
funny.
well,
Yeah.
and especially because the dad makes it clear that he knows that like water is not good for, and I guess he's like, I guess my current wife is safe because she's not my first wife, but
Yeah.
like I'm still gonna take her onto a cruise. I don't
Yeah.
know, like, and
For
my
a
daughter.
He's,
surgeon.
he's like, first wife's dead, I'm safe now. Curse
Yes,
isn't
Also,
going to touch
right.
wait,
I'm
me.
like,
why was
Yeah.
there like an operating room on this cruise? Like, I know
yes,
that's so
Yeah.
weird. Like,
Yeah.
what? But like, it was like
And a morgue.
EKGs and I mean, like, I know there's a morgue on some cruise ships, but that's like, it's just so weird. The
well, and
entire time, I was like, what's happening on this boat?
yeah, he was like, well, we've got everyone we need to operate on this girl that we pulled out of the water. But I did love that he was like, I've got a bad feeling that, it looks like she's alive, but I'm going to put her on ice and I have a feeling it's going to come back to bite me. And like, yeah, but I will say I wanted a little more when she like showed up in the cruise and was like, hey man, here I am. Like, he just kind of goes with that. Like, I was like, you're not
He's
going to
like,
fling her out to
yeah.
sea. Like, I don't know. I would have just chucked her back into the ocean, been like, back where you came
He
from.
See
does
you
I'm
go,
good.
later.
he just
Well,
goes along with
and
it,
he
doesn't
knows
he,
the
Yeah.
really?
legend.
He's like,
He
come
Yeah.
knows the
home,
legend.
meet my
Yeah.
son, like, wreak havoc on land, turn me into a pig,
Yeah.
sure. Like,
I was telling my partner, I was like, I don't think this would fly. I think I would send this into my editor and they'd be like, what? You know, like, cannot suspend disbelief that much. Like a little bit, not that much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I just saw somebody say that they thought that the middle story piece was unnecessary, and I'm going to have to disagree. I
Oh
actually
yeah,
think that
no.
was the coolest part of the book.
With the folklore bit.
With the folklore, I just think, I mean, I guess that's outside of the normal point horror is why
Yeah,
I would
it's
take
very,
it, but
very different. Yeah.
I thought it was
I
so
liked it.
cool. I thought the storytelling was so interesting.
I,
Mm,
All of the like journal entries and folklore pieces were really interesting, I thought.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
did enjoy them. I thought this was, like, I know I'm saying, this was wild or this was, I had a good time. It was a quick read. I could see a teen reading it and being like, oh, this was interesting. I will say if there was one thing I wanted perhaps a bit more was some character development and with
Yeah.
especially
Like,
with Nick. Like Nick just seemed, and I think a lot of 90s books did this, he was kind of just set dressing. Like it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's there and he's really worried about her. And there were multiple times when he would show up and be like, Jessie, I need to talk to you. And she'd be like, no. And he'd be like, okay. And just you turn it on out
Oh.
of there. And I was like, your dad's foot is a pig hoof. What do you mean? You're just like, okay. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you're big. You've got red hair. Like, pick her up like you did in the beginning.
I
I
like
don't
how
know.
that
Yeah, he
never
like
happened again.
proper
Like,
threw
he
over
saw
the
the
shoulder.
Pigfoot and then he never talked about it. Like, it
Yeah.
just went away.
He was
The
like, if I
shoe
don't think
went
about it,
back
it's
on the
not
foot,
there.
the hoof, and it was over.
he was that traumatized from it. He was like, I just
He's
cannot
like, I
speak of
can't
this
talk about
again.
this.
No, can't speak about it. But I'm not sure with Nick. I'm not sure I liked Nick, I have to say. I don't know how you guys feel, but maybe it was because, like you say, he was underdeveloped as a character. But I just found he'd manhandled Jessie a little bit too much for me at the beginning. Also,
Yeah.
as well, I think I would have liked Nick more as a friend rather than a romantic interest in it. I think it would have been so cool if they'd gone there, the romantic interest being Jessie and Marina.
Her
That would
mom.
have been. Pardon?
Marina's her mom.
Oh, is Marina the mom? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
No, because there was
forgot about that. We'll
definitely,
gloss over that
You
bit.
can't
That
do
was the
that.
big twist at the end.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
of
but
course.
that was because there was definitely some bi panic at the beginning with Jessie that I was feeling. I don't know if you guys were,
Yeah.
but she's
Yeah,
like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
look at this surfer girl! Let me go drown." I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Okay."
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay,
"Let's
yeah,
go,
let's
90s." And then Nick was like, "Nope, not allowing that." And so yeah. But then when she was like, "Hello, daughter," I was like,
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
then there's
I don't know
that
about this Freudian
it's,
business.
it's just dawned on me though, then. That means that Nick and Jessie were related, right?
Yeah.
I've never
Well,
What the
clocked
heck?
Well,
that.
they're
no, they
not, but
wouldn't.
they're like
Were
so
they?
it's
No, they're like
they're
step siblings.
separate. So like she's the
Oh.
descendant of Marina and the original guy, I think. But
Oh,
then
Yeah.
yes. And then the
right, but are they
affair.
still
So they
technically?
would
Do they
still be
both?
like halves way, way, way back.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
actually.
They
So
have the
yes, they do have
same.
a tiny bit of genetic DNA. But yeah, no,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
yeah. I thought we were in for a
No.
bi panic, and I was
Yeah,
disappointed when we were
no.
not. So
It's
Well,
Oh,
that was
just
the
a
thing
dear.
too, is
little
that
strange.
like they set it up that you know that she's after Jesse because he kissed her, which like man, she's
Yeah.
really pulling at strings. But in fact, it's because it's her daughter and she wants her magic. So
Yeah.
she wants
She
a
was
the
friend.
she was
yeah, she's
powerful, wasn't
lonely. Come be
she?
my friend.
Yeah. What did you like Jessie as a character? Like at the beginning compared to maybe how you felt at the end about her? What did
I
you
thought it
think?
was wild that the mom was like, your worst qualities. And it was like, Jesse's been saving people from like extraordinary
Yes.
Yeah.
trauma. Like,
Yeah.
she's like basically a local hero. They like listed all the different ways she's saved people in town. And her mom's like, I don't like this about you. And I was like,
Oh, so harsh.
Yeah, and
something's
she
not
was
right.
very it was like she saved a girl that was drowning. I don't think we should talk about that.
Yeah.
Don't bring
Yeah.
that up.
I did think when they were like, Marina slash Ingrid's been working on all the women in the genetic lineage, and she was like, "Your
Mm.
mom was the worst. She wanted nothing to do." And I'm like, okay, wait. So mom knew, and the second that there was drownings in town, didn't be like, Jesse, we've got to talk. Like,
Uh-huh.
They were just getting the divorce lawyer around the house. That
yes,
was all
they
they
were
were
like,
bothered
she's like,
about.
Oh
I'm
my
busy.
god.
Well,
I'm busy
Yeah.
and
with the
hold on.
divorce.
I just realized, so that means the mom the whole time knew who Nick was and kept being like, they liked her hanging out with Nick.
Oh
Well, there was
Remember,
a
he's
yeah.
such a
line.
good boy. You're so great. You're such a good influence on her.
But at the
Why would she
Yeah.
end,
want them together?
there was a line at the end where they said like, she said, and that's why, or Jesse's mom, that's why she was always trying to keep them apart. And I was like, where was
Yeah,
she trying to
where?
Where?
keep
When was
them
that?
apart? Like,
Where in the narrative are we?
the only time she tried to keep them apart was when Marina started showing up, and Marina was like, I don't
Yeah.
like him, and mom was like, you're right. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, Linda, I don't know about that
Get it
one.
together, Linda.
Linda, you need to reverse outline your book, Linda.
Oh dear. I saw
Oh
Jessie put the pig magic, ha ha. Pig magic.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was expecting Jessie when they were like, Jessie's got all the magic. I'm like, okay, can she turn somebody into an animal or something? Or can she turn into an animal? Like, I was
That would have
excited,
been
but
pretty cool, wouldn't it? Like,
yeah.
you
I thought,
know.
well, I will say pretty in terms of I know one of the questions we were kind of touching on was the scary parts when they
Mm,
mentioned that his crew had not been, or they'd said that they buried the crew, and then he realized that he had been eating his own crew. I
That
was like,
was crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
That's
was
what I
What?
wrote down. I wrote that down. That was like horrifying.
I was
Just
like, oh,
it's the way it dawns
Linda.
on you, like that. You just
But
like, oh
I
wait.
when they were doing that, and he kept in the folklore piece, they kept talking about the like forlorn looks on how sad all of the animals looked, and I was like, is this like a white witch from Narnia situation here, where we have done something to these poor? So yeah, when we realized we were eating our friends, I did not see transformative cannibalism when I picked up the book.
I was
I
I
will
thought there was gonna be
really,
say
surfing,
she
the
just
fact
did
that
surfing
whatever
murders.
she wanted. She just was like, I'm gonna write this book and it's gonna have
Doing it.
cannibalism.
yeah,
It's gonna have a
but
bit of everything.
but I
But
will
then
Does
say,
it count as can?
I
like,
don't know.
I'm not
I
but
gonna
these
overthink that.
but these
I'm just sure.
animals,
I mean
the
they
fact that
call
they just look forlorn, that was the other part that was getting me. So I'm like imagining all these animals being like, I'm just waiting to be killed. I'm like, get off this island! Like, you're a pig. Run! What are you doing?
It's
Like
like
it's a bird?
even that scene with the seagull,
Yes.
as well. When the seagull's like, that's obviously one of the people that have
Yes.
turned into an animal. Just fly away,
Yes. I was
fly.
like,
what
I
are you
mean,
doing?
you got to be a. I mean, I guess we're back to Animorphs. You got to be a seagull now, like the guy with the hawk. Like you'll make it work. It's
Yeah.
better than getting shot. My God.
God.
Definitely. I saw Kat said this one was crazy, but I had a lot of fun with it, and that it actually made VA Beach seem interesting. So obviously I don't know this setting. So this is obviously
Hmm.
a real setting with the real statue. I'm taking it. Is it like, do I need to visit? When I'm
I
over?
don't think you need to go to Virginia Beach.
We're going to see a beautiful surfer and get cursed, turned into a pig.
I
Never
mean,
know.
are you gonna get a necklace that's also a magical eye? Maybe.
Oh
That
yeah. Oh yeah. The
I was
eye.
I was confused about the necklace. I don't know about you guys, but I was expecting maybe this was too Little Mermaid of me, but I was expecting her to just like smash the necklace. Like
I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna
what
yeah.
smash it too and set
like
like the soul free that way.
yes. Well,
Mm,
and I was very confused about the fact that was she was wearing the necklace while surfing, right?
yeah.
And then it fell off, and then Jessie gets it, and then Marina just kind of recovers it it wasn't a difficult process. It was just like, oh, now
No.
I have my necklace back. I'm like, if this necklace is so important, and I was like, wait, if she was wearing the necklace, but it was her eye, was she just like surfing one-eyed? Like,
Yeah.
what's happening there? I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Where
confused.
where's her eye? Where was her eye until she got the necklace back? Also, where feels like wearing the necklace should do something to Jessie. And
Yeah, that would have been
if I'm
cool.
honest, all of her friends are like, "Nah, just keep it. We're not going to tell the cops."
Yes.
And I don't
Yeah.
feel like the necklace described is something that if I saw a 17-year-old girl wearing, I would be like, "Man, can we
Yeah.
have a talk? Where did you
Well,
get that?"
and when they were like, yeah, we didn't want to tell the cops that that was the girl's necklace because we didn't want you to get in trouble. I was like, but they don't
For
think
saving her life?
like I'm like, what? Like, yeah. Yeah, they kept being like, thanks, Jessie, for getting us arrested. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I
They
can't
Yeah,
even
it's like
literally
all
like,
of
just
her
like
friends were
walked
real
away.
disappointed.
yeah, they were like,
Shame on
thanks,
you.
Jessie. And I just was like, wait a minute. Like, I was expecting them to get upset, like the cops to be like, wow, you told a tale. There's nobody out there. We just wasted all
Mm,
these resources. Now you're in trouble. But not, hey, you reported seeing a girl drowning. Like, and also,
yeah.
I'm sorry, what about Nick being like, I didn't see anything? And
Oh
then later
yeah.
being like,
See, this is why I
actually,
didn't
I
like
did.
him. I did
What?
this. Why did he do that? No,
I
Linda?
don't know, but
it-
he was not my favorite character. I
no.
have to
Nick
say. He
cannot
was
get it.
really
No.
I
No.
mean, I
not
wish
my
he
favorite.
drowned in that big puddle that he drove
Honestly,
into.
well,
Like we've all
okay.
been
Can we
there.
talk about this? This is one of the things I was like, what? I like had to like read it 4 times because I was like, who is like do 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 do, and then drives into the ocean and
Yeah,
like on the ground.
I was like, I feel like you just talked to Pigfoot about this and the fact that you should stay away from
Bigfoot.
water. What do you mean? What do you
Stop
What do
it.
you mean?
Yeah,
I love that for now the dad is always going to be referred to as Pigfoot.
Bigfoot.
I love it.
Oh,
Oh,
bless
poor.
him.
But also, he's for a surgeon. He's not very intelligent. Like,
No.
why did you move to the site? What is going on? But then
I
also,
did love that he was like, I did what I could to try to save you all. I took you to Tucson and that didn't work. So then I decided
So I
to
came
head back.
back.
there are no other locations in this world.
No.
There's Tucson and Virginia Beach.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
There are two choices.
Oh, I feel
I-
like though that we had the biggest cliffhanger, not knowing whether he got his foot back. Really?
No, they said
Yeah.
his foot
Oh,
was
did they?
returned.
Oh, I must
They-
have missed
Oh.
that bit.
I missed it too.
They
Oh,
said, because I was
I'm
very
disappointed.
concerned about Pigfoot,
Now I'm
but they had
like-
a line that it was like, and Dad, return to normal or something like that. I will find it. because-
Disappointing.
I know. The mom was probably disappointed too. She was like, man.
Can we
Oh, yes,
talk
it
about?
says Dr. Stevenson, looking more like his old self, stood closest to the water.
Yeah, but only looking
He
like
held
it.
he held up his foot and smiled
Oh,
at
yes.
Nick.
See, there it is.
I missed that.
It's like, not a Pigfoot anymore, man. Look at me go.
Human feet all the way.
Yeah.
I must have missed that bit. Oh dear. Comedy
So we did-
gold.
We wrapped things up very quickly. It was
Yeah.
like,
It was
she's
like,
gone.
Yeah.
She's back in the water. Defeated. Evil
There was
never. Which
a
it said, like,
tornado.
it was like she was like her evil was never to rise again, and I'm like, excuse me, true
Yeah.
evil never dies. What do you mean?
Oh, what were you gonna say, Taylor?
Oh no, just how Marina was like, maybe you can try out for the Olympics. And Jessie was like, yeah, I've always wanted to be in the. Because it starts and she's like a mediocre swimmer, and at the end she's like the Olympics.
Olympic.
Wait a second. I think we
Olympic
might need
standard.
to revisit the believability of this storyline.
I did love that we made such a big deal about Nick being such a master breaststroker, and we never saw him swim. Like, I know he was injured and in the cast, but I kind of wanted him to be able to tap into some swimming powers to do something like other like.
He swam like a rock in his car.
Yeah. Well, and to your point, Taylor, I was like, why? Marina doesn't know what it appears. She doesn't know what like a clock radio is. She's completely adrift there. But she somehow knows what the Olympics are. Like, she's been in the ocean for forever, but she's like, yeah, but I'm familiar with the Olympics. That's where you gotta go, daughter. Like,
I mean, they've been around for a while.
true, but like she knew like which race that Jessie should do. Like, she was like, ah, yes, I have figured out exactly what the move is for you.
1,600-meter breaststroke.
She was very clever.
Which I will do first,
True.
just to show you all that I can, and then I'll make sure my daughter can do it. That was also funny to me.
It was really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
obviously we had the two friends, was it Trish and Dot as well,
Yeah.
who make random appearances. Like, I mean, were they needed? I don't think they were needed. Did they do anything?
Well,
no.
Well, how good of friends were they either?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Trish with her mismatched shoes. Do you guys remember this detail
I do
about
remember
Trish?
this.
Yeah.
I was like, where she was like, wow, Trish has been really thinking hard because she's got 2 matching shoes on today. And I was like, I thought this was a character choice that Trish was making. And also there was more bi-panic with Trish because the way she was described, it was like this goddess that's so tall with her long black curly hair. I was like, okay, Trish is already more interesting to me than Nick over here. But
Yeah,
Nick over
exactly.
here.
We didn't need Nick. Nick who?
I don't think we needed Nick. I don't. You know what?
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah.
I
I don't think
agree,
we needed
Taylor.
any of the side characters.
No, we didn't.
No.
They did.
You needed Nick to give you the folklore
Yeah,
story.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
but
have had pigs
the
to do that
long
though.
story.
Yeah.
If
Well,
he'd
and
It'll
had
be a
Nick,
long
though,
one.
we would have got the short story. He just
well,
like told a very long story.
I mean, Trish's purpose was basically to be like, Trish can always make me laugh and make me feel better, but then she never does that. We never
Mm.
see Trish doing that at all. And then Dot was just like anxiety. Like literally, she was just anxiety. She was in the back of the car
Oh,
being
bless
crazy
her.
anxious.
Oh,
And
doesn't she
People are
turn up at
saying
the
ham
door?
salad. Ham
Yeah.
salad.
yes, ham salad.
There's something about pigs and Linda Cargill.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh.
weird.
I really want to look up if she's a vegetarian.
Me too. Wait, somebody Google this right now.
I got you guys.
Let
I'll
us
Google
know. Let us
Linda
know.
Cargill vegetarian. I don't know if we'll get an answer, but let me see.
Oh, I saw that Claire had put with the pig theme. I was reminded of
No
Is it
information.
Sir? I don't know if I'm saying that right. The Greek myth slash witch.
Oh, Cersei.
Cersei,
Cersei.
that's it. I wonder if the author took inspiration from this. Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
She definitely had siren qualities for sure, and
Mm-hmm.
like it was like siren, sea witch, Cersei, like all
Mm.
of that. But yeah, I think that was for sure her inspiration. And they said, you're writing a book on surfing murders, and she said, sure I am. Sure,
Sure.
sure.
Oh,
So,
Nikki. Oh, go on.
good. Well, I
You
just
go.
peeked in the back of the surfer about our friend Linda, and it does not say if she's a vegetarian, but it does
Oh.
say that her son Kenny is her special consultant. He listens to
Oh.
every story and makes comments about it. He tells his mother what is interesting to kids and what isn't. He is especially good in a
Pigs.
pinch when she can't think of a title. Kenny, Kenny,
That's a lie.
you're an adult
What are
now.
we
Kenny,
Let's talk.
doing?
Kenny, let's get Kenny on the live. That's a lie. I'm
Where are
sorry,
you,
but
Kenny?
Chelsea, you have pulled my attention to the fact these are her three cats' names. You guys, you're don't
Oh.
look
Yeah,
so that you can be
it's
surprised.
good.
Happy,
Oh.
grumpy, and
Oh.
of course, it says spooky. Those are her three cats.
Oh.
Linda,
That's kind of cute.
Linda. I thought
Oh.
the last one was going to be pig. I really
I
did. I was like
was
waiting.
waiting for Piggy.
I was waiting. I was like happy, grumpy, and pig.
Piggy.
yep.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
They do. It does say that they would travel around the country every summer looking for story ideas, and so they made it to Virginia Beach, and that's where she said a witch lives here.
Oh,
And I'm right. I mean,
yeah.
that's not
Okay,
what it says, but
something.
that's what I'm assuming.
That's
Oh dear. Nikki said very Homer's Odyssey with the witch and pig themes.
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I I have a feeling Kenny was in ninth grade English reading the Odyssey, telling his mom about what
yeah.
was happening, and she had just been assigned the Surfer by Scholastic, and she said, "All right, let's go." Like that's
Let's do
Let's do it.
this.
yeah. Oh
He was like, Mom, pig feet. Let's do it.
yes, yeah,
Pig feet are really in right now. It's the 90s, you know.
yeah. No. And now, I mean, honestly, what an on trend. I mean, with the Odyssey coming out next year, this is a very on trend
Yeah.
book to read. So,
Read with Beck said, I read this fairly quickly so I could be done in time. But now having the second to look back, the pig stuff was definitely interesting. That's all we're going to remember about this book is
yeah.
the
Probably.
pig stuff.
I know. I'm going to remember the eye.
The eye was creepy. And the
The eye
fact
was
that
Yeah.
creepy.
no one
I had questions about
responded
it,
when
but it
she took
was,
out the eye. She was just like, "Burp, okay, here you go." Like, what?
Was there
Yeah.
an eye
well,
behind the eye?
Yes. I was like, do we just have an
Oh
empty
yeah.
socket?
She's just like beep beep beep
Like,
beep beep beep.
Yeah.
yeah.
oh,
No
creepy.
one was alarmed. Just like, oh yeah, there she goes.
Well,
There's
and
my
like
Mm.
Lena.
her daughter apparently is like, hey, I need to borrow your eye. Can you just give it to
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
And
To
she's
set
like,
a spell on this guy.
Yeah. And everybody sitting around was like, nothing happens. This
No.
one pops out her eye and gives it to her.
She's
Yeah,
just
she
like,
was like,
yeah,
Again,
keep track.
sure. Yeah.
okay,
Just the
okay.
norm.
Yeah.
Just the norm for her.
I
You
did
know,
I did appreciate as a writer that whenever she needed Marina to be able to do something, she just wrote, and Marina made it so. Like every time. It was like, how was Marina getting around all of the traffic? Marina made it
She
so.
just made it
How,
so.
like, she just made it so. I was like, oh, that's the trick. You just have a character that you're like, yeah, they're just all powerful. They make it so. So,
we can learn a lot there, can't we, really?
I was also thinking about how the cars had to be specific cars.
yes.
Like there was the
oh my
Saab
gosh,
and the
the
Buick
Saab,
and the
Oh,
Cadillac.
yeah.
the
And
Cadillac.
I was like, we had to say the word Saab several
Yeah.
times in a paragraph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was just really, it's just so many interesting things going
that
on.
felt very 90s to me,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally.
There's
There
Totally.
always
was
a
so
lot,
much of
a
the
lot of Saabs in Point Horrors and, car
yeah.
names and things like that. Definitely
So
very 90s.
Hmm.
it was very 90s. The whole like
Yes.
parents getting divorced in the living room downstairs and
Oh,
like
that was quite tragic as well. Like, I was
I
like,
thought it
Hmm.
was awful.
whoa.
Well, and they were
Yeah.
like, our terrible daughter, who is terrible because of you. Remember one time? Then they were trading back and forth. I was like, oh my God, you guys, do this in the lawyer's office, please.
Well, and they make it seem like at the time, like neither of them want her,
Yeah.
but
Mm,
also the mom knows what's going on.
Yes. Yes.
What?
yes. But then it opens up a question. I just saw Claire had put about maybe she had turned one of the drowned boys into a surfboard. So there was a mention about the two drowned boys at the
Yeah.
beginning. So
Mhm.
obviously this has happened in this town. Jesse's mom knows about this legend. Nick's family and Nick knows about the legend. So surely they'd be like, uh-oh, has something happened to these boys that's part of the legend? Or they just kind of put it down to like this weird freak accident. Like, what? Wouldn't
Well,
you
and
just
then
have questions?
Marina is like, yeah, those two boys were trying to go after my necklace, and I took care of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, hang on, hang on. Who are these two boys? How did they know about your necklace? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, there's a prequel that we did not get, apparently. But
Yeah, it was really brushed upon. But that's the point. Maybe they were surfing and that's where she got the surfboard from. I like that idea.
I like
Maybe.
that too.
Yeah.
Just
Emma said,
implied.
yeah. Emma said, I felt like she had a story tucked away and adapted to slightly fit the title. So, yeah, maybe Linda had this in her head all along and she was like, I've got to find a way how to tell this story. I've got to do it. Oh, yeah, I just bung it in with the surfer.
I mean, I will say when I've written IP projects, and an IP is where either a publisher or a company comes up with an idea and then you audition for it. Whenever
Mm,
I've done those IPs, I definitely bring stuff that I want to talk about once I've booked the job to the IP, and I'll add in
yeah.
things that are interesting to me. But I've never done anything I feel like this egregious, where literally the first chapter is the only thing we get about surfing. It's the only thing. And then she said, here's my Odyssey inspired Sea Witch story. Like,
That's it.
yeah.
Speedway Chick said, I'm questioning my thoughts and feelings on different characters as I now feel they were acting under Marina's spell. So, yeah, so a lot of the characters
Hmm.
obviously were put under the spell, including Jessie, right? But she
Yeah.
managed to break out of it a little bit. So, like, do we think that Jessie's mom, for example, was like fully under the spell? Because I don't think that she was
No,
under it. No,
no,
that's what I was hoping you'd say.
she was like, I just didn't want to rock the boat. But she just seemed like, yeah, this
Rock
is
the
inevitable.
surfboard.
Yeah, like old Sea Witch showed up. I just got to play along, and hopefully Jessie doesn't succumb to it. That's what it seemed like. And then we even had a line that Trish and Dot were like, "Yeah, we are unaffected by Marina." And I was like, "You are? How? Are
Yeah,
you also
like,
sea witches? What's going
how did this
on?
happen?
Like, what?"
Maybe well, so Nick did talk to them. Maybe he took them to see his dad's foot.
Yeah, and they were
Oh,
Feel
like,
like
I
he
mean,
"That's
saw the
it for
foot.
me."
That would snap
It wasn't in the
anyone
book.
out of
I'm
us.
just filling in gaps here.
Yeah.
I wish that he had just been like, Dad, you're coming with me to Jesse's house. And he was like, Jesse, look at my dad's foot. Book would have been over. She would have been like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he would have just kind of flopped over, and
yeah,
everyone would have.
we would have been fine.
Yeah. Claire said, I like Jessie better under Marina's spell. One of her first insights was how stupid the drowned boys were and how it was their fault that they drowned.
Yep.
So yeah, so maybe did you like Jessie better under the spell or out of the spell, or did she not change for you? What do you think? Oh,
I think
undecided.
I think that Jessie just kind of did whatever Linda needed Jessie to do. You know what I mean? Like, to some
Yeah.
extent, like, we all do that with our characters, but it
Yeah.
felt so like now she's like an unsympathetic character. Now she's an incredibly sympathetic character. Look at her. Her parents hate her. And now she has a boyfriend, kind of, maybe. And, you know, so it just felt kind of across every scene, she was a different person. And
Yeah.
it didn't really connect
Yeah,
anywhere.
I
Um,
think. Oh, go ahead.
no, you go.
I was gonna say, I think the reason that some of us, and I would say I liked Jesse better in the second half is because you're in Nick's point of
Mm.
view.
Yeah, because they do that.
Yeah.
Linda does do that switch of point of view as well,
Mm-hmm.
which was like I was a bit like taken aback when that happened.
Yeah,
I was a bit like, oh,
it was
all of a
unexpected.
sudden we're getting Nick's point of view. I don't need Nick's point of view. I don't like him. Why am I getting Nick's
Get
point of
here.
view?
I
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like Jesse, when you're crafting a story, I always try to think of it as you need who is my character, what do they want, what do they do to get what they want. Jesse didn't have a want. Like
Mm,
she didn't have a want to me. Like she didn't even really want Nick. She was like, oh, like he's
yeah.
always there, but like I
Mm-hmm.
guess I could kiss him. Like that was fine. Like she didn't like even with the swimming, she didn't seem to want anything there. She was kind of happy to
Mm,
be a mid swimmer and with her parents, like I guess she wanted them to, accept her, but that even didn't seem to be that important to her. She was kind of like, they're getting divorced. Like,
yeah, that's
um,
true. She kind of was just Jessie, wasn't she? She didn't seem to want for anything.
yeah.
Yeah,
She wanted to save the girl. I guess that was when she was the
yeah.
most compelling to me, was in that opening scene
Mm-hmm.
where she was like, I need to save this person, which looking
Mm,
back is kind of fascinating because she has this, they say that she has this bleeding heart. And I was like, that's actually fascinating if you think about the fact that her mom wants to basically destroy anyone
yeah.
and Jesse
Mm-hmm.
wants to save everyone. So I feel like there was more to play with there, but
Mm,
we kind of abandoned that part of her persona. Like I
yeah.
would have liked to see her
Yeah.
wrestle more with that under Marina's influence as to how it was interfering with her ability to save people. Like if something had happened to
Mm,
what was it, Trish or Dot, she
Mm-hmm.
kind of had that with Nick, but it felt like we were supposed to just buy that because he was Nick and she kind of liked him, that's why she was
mm,
coming out of the spell.
yeah, yeah.
I also wonder if the reason some like her better under Marina's spell was that Marina gave her a purpose, right? Like
Yeah.
she had a
Hmm.
purpose to like she was like, you're gonna swim in the Olympics. And Jesse was like, I'm gonna swim in the Olympics. And it made her more compelling to have a wand.
Mm.
Um, to your point.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I think that, and I really did love Jessie at the start when she jumped straight in the sea to try and rescue the surfer girl who we knew her at the time. No
mhm.
hesitation, like
Yeah.
that's who you want on your side. If in that
Yeah.
situation, that's definitely who you want on your side. And I liked her for that. And I think for me, I found her more. I didn't really like her as much under the spell. So I was the opposite way around. I liked that
Mhm.
very first chapter, Jessie, and that's what I wanted more of. Like
Yeah.
you said, Veronica, I wanted more of that conflict of good versus evil as well. Yeah. um, I saw that Jessie in the chat, not the real Jessie. Jessie in the
We
chat
don't know
said,
that.
"Oh yeah, how are you, Jessie?" Said not only a weird story but weird writing. So, how did you find the writing style? Did you find it okay? Like, I flew through the book, I have to admit. Like, I read it really quickly for me. I'm quite a slow reader.
I feel like this felt very 90s, very
Mm,
Yeah.
not and specifically like 90s children's literature,
yeah,
in terms of just very um I'm going to say minimal, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But there's a lot of
mm,
economy of language. There's a lot of just like moving quickly. We're not focused on a lot of description. We're really
yeah,
focused on action. Like, I think when she mentioned that Nick had red hair, I felt like that was coming halfway through the book. I was like, he has red
It,
hair? And
yeah,
I had the
and
same thing.
I was like, oh, okay. I have to rearrange the picture of him in my head because I was kind of expecting just like a classic Ken doll. Like I didn't, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so it was very focused on pushing you forward, which I did appreciate, but it was very bare bones.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 I agree with that.
I turned to my partner and I was like, I don't know what anything looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling me.
Mhm.
Which is very 90s. It is like a
Mm,
hallmark of like scholastic kidlit,
yeah,
which is fine.
Well, because I
And
think
yeah,
it was supposed to be very self-insert. Like
yeah.
you could be Jesse and Nick could
mm,
be whoever you were crushing on at the time.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like the friends were the most well described,
yeah,
but the two leads, I guess, I think that's supposed to be that you could be them.
Yep.
yeah. Oh,
Yep.
I
interesting.
would agree with that.
Billy said it was completely different to any other point horror. The folklore was interesting. Yeah, it was really different. Emma said I did not like the folklore because this was sold as a surfing book. That is why I didn't like it. If it was called The Witch, then it works. Yeah, that would have been a cool title. False advertising, Linda Cargill.
Well,
False
okay, and
advertising.
also our book cover has these like brown eyes, but weren't
Oh
they supposed to be
yeah,
turquoise?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't that
yeah.
a big feature? So,
Yeah, someone got, yeah, Jessie put particularly the cover art. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, so wrong.
Wrong.
I will say this is a banger of a quote to go on the back. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it like I mean, because this one doesn't make any sense. Surfs up, you're dead.
Yeah,
No.
right.
Hilarious though. Hilarious.
Quite often
But
the taglines don't match match the book. Only occasionally they do, but not all the time. This one definitely not.
surfs up, you're dead. Yeah, that's yeah.
Nikki said it would also have made more sense to train Jessie as an Olympic surfer rather than an Olympic swimmer.
That yes.
They missed the opportunity there.
Yeah. I guess
Oh dear.
yeah. Well, yeah, and the crumbling pier and the fact that it was like that was also that seemed like a plot line that we didn't get fully. The idea that they wanted to preserve this pier and restore it,
Mm,
but they also wanted to knock it down, and that felt almost like a Goonies style plot line that just never got fully explored.
yeah, definitely.
Like I'm like,
Yeah.
has she
I mean,
been
I think they
banging on
opened.
this pier? Like what?
Yeah. What were you going to
Sorry,
say,
Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Yeah,
I was just going to say that she opened a lot of doors. That first chapter opened a ton of doors
yeah,
Mm,
that the story could have walked down, which might also be just from like a writer perspective. It might have been when they said, "Hey, we want to do the surfer." She gave him a chapter, and they
yeah.
said yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so she given herself lots of different ways to go, and
Yeah.
then just kept that chapter and didn't, you know,
I
I
would
don't
have
know.
liked to have been a fly on the wall when she handed the whole manuscript in. They're like, oh, yeah, a bit of search up. Let's read this manuscript. Whoa,
Oh,
piffy.
they for sure had this cover locked in before the manuscript, like
Oh my
pretty much
Yeah.
God.
with any
Yeah.
book, but like down to the tagline. And then when she turned in the book, they were like, okay, we need something a little different for the back. Um, so we're gonna
Oh,
change.
yeah. Emma said it was a very muddled story. It did not know what it wanted to be. And I think I do agree with that. But
Hmm.
I kind of liked it in a weird way. Like, overall, like, did you like the book? Did you enjoy it, Veronica?
I think I had a fun I for me, I was excited to be in a 90s story, and I feel like so much media these days tries to do the 90s but often
Mm,
doesn't fully capture exactly what it felt like. So to read something written from that
yeah.
time it was fun. It was, and I would rather have a book be absolutely bananas and fun to talk about. Like, this is fun to talk
Yeah.
about, than to be a bore. Like,
Yeah.
Linda was taking chances. She was writing the book she clearly wanted to write, and no
Yeah.
one was going to keep her down. And I find that admirable. I'm glad she got
Yeah.
her scholastic bag. I'm glad that she wrote her weird witch book. And I don't know. There's something about that that's also satisfying as a writer to me, that she, because it really does feel, and I could be wrong, but it really does feel like she said, yes, I'll write the Surfer book, and then didn't. And there's something kind of brazen and badass about
Yeah.
that I
Yeah. I
appreciate.
love that.
Yeah.
How about you, Taylor? Did you like the book overall? Did you have fun? Well,
Yeah,
we
I'm
clearly
I'm
had
gonna
fun.
echo basically everything Veronica said. I just think it's amazing when an author just goes nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like no holds barred, like obviously no editor was able to say anything to Linda Cargill because she just did whatever she wanted. And and as a child of the 90s, I haven't been in touch with this kind of work in a long time.
Mm,
And I was thinking about something I said a little earlier, how different YA is now
Oh yeah.
and how much
mm,
YA tries to accomplish in these books and how close to adult they are. And so
mm.
to have like a book for kids, like really, that's like an amazing thing that we don't really have. Um,
Yeah.
so I thought it was great. I had a
Yeah.
great time. I mean, I was confused, but I had a really good time.
Well, I didn't realise about the like incest stuff until when we was talking
I
to split
listen.
him out.
I turned to my partner and I was like, I think they're related. And he was like, what? I'm like, shut up. I'm reading my book.
I mean, that's also very 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
Totally.
Oh, and how about you,
Oh.
Chelsea? Did you have a good time with this book? Would you read it
I
again?
had a good time. I don't think I would read it again, but I had a good time. It was definitely a wild ride, and like for for all the wildness in it too, like it's a page turner. Like you're like, wait,
Yeah,
what? Like, I mean,
yeah.
I read
I
it real
flew through
fast,
it. Yeah,
and I had a good time reading it.
yeah.
Trying to having a few of those moments where you're like, wait, what? I don't. Where suddenly I'm
Oh.
like, Linda, what are we doing? All right, I'm with you. Let's do this. I'm coming with you, Linda. Um,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm here
mean,
for the nostalgia of it all.
yeah,
So
the
I'm good.
nostalgia definitely. I mean, yesterday
Yeah.
I was trying to finish up the book, and I was so tired yesterday. And at one point, I fell asleep in my reading chair with the book in my hands, and the dream I had was like, well, weird. I was dreaming about surfing, witches, pig's
Yeah.
feet, everything. It was like, whoa. I woke up
Well,
and I was like, what? No.
you were hopefully you weren't having her premonition of someone
Hopefully
drowning.
not. Yeah,
But
hopefully not.
I think what Taylor said, I think that's so fascinating about what YA needs to accomplish, because it is
Mm,
interesting to read a book that is purely written for teens. Because I feel like a lot of times publishing now wants books to be for teens with crossover appeal. And
yeah.
this book is not trying to accomplish that at all.
Mm-mm.
And
Nope.
I do think that teens still enjoy character development. Like, I think there's some things Linda could have done that the teens would have enjoyed,
Mm,
but she really said all plots and vibes, and like that's it. And
yeah.
she, even the way that the back of the book says, like, she would look to her kid and be like, what do teens find interesting? What do kids want to
Yeah.
read? that is an interesting, that's how I try to write books, but there is always this idea that YA is predominantly purchased by people in their 30s. And it's not really for teens, even though it's supposed to be for teens. So that is fascinating to think about how different it looked when there was no thought of that. No one was like, oh yes, the Surfer will also have crossover appeal for the women in their 30s.
It will not.
It will not. No,
it will not.
No.
Yeah, because I remember obviously being a teen and seeing these books on the shelves, and for me at the time there was obviously I'd read Goosebumps, but there was nothing like, as I was growing up, nothing more edgy that I could find. And obviously I went straight from these then to obviously Stephen King after. But it's so interesting how there were just, I just remembered that feeling when I was a teen, picking them up just for the pure fun. It's like, oh, you know, who's going to, it sounds bad, but who's going to stalk who in this book, and what's going to happen? What's the reveal going to be? It was just pure fun. And I'd just devour them like in a day. I'd go down to the shop, get one, you know, devour it in a day. And that's just the sense of like, when I see like my son reading books now, it is more, it is for fun, but it's more, I can't quite explain what I mean, but it's not, it doesn't give me the same feeling as when I went and got these books and read them. I don't know whether that makes sense.
YA is very serious.
Yeah.
YA is very serious.
Yeah.
And I think that has pluses and minuses. I think it's really hard for teens to get into reading because they're being presented books that we probably wouldn't have had until our 20s. And so like I have a dyslexic child, and she's really struggling because a lot of the books at her age level are they're like not fun. Not that they're not fun. It's just that they're not page turning, like crazy nuts, whatever. They're like very focused on character development, a good thing. But they're also focused on like heavier themes because those themes appeal to a broader and older audience. And so I actually think that, I mean, this is a huge conversation that we don't have time for, but I actually really think like we've collapsed middle grade really young. And this is a conversation we have all the time as writers. Like middle grade is really young and YA is really old. So what's in the middle of those things? Like, can you write for a younger teen audience? And there's presently no market for it. So this is actually like really special as an artifact. You know,
Definitely.
a simpler time.
When you were saying that you would devour them, like I looked, this book was $3.50. It says right there. It's also tiny. Like this is not meant to be kept on your shelf. Like this is meant to be put back in the used bookstore, given to a friend. Like you're not meant to treasure this. Like this is meant to just, well, but I mean at the time, like you're meant to go through this. Like even reading this, I don't know if you guys found this. I was like, how do I keep this book open? Like this, you know, but you're supposed to break the spine. I didn't, but like that's clearly what you're supposed to do. Whereas with YA today, like it's these, you might get a paperback, but a lot of them are going to be hardcovers, and they are meant to be kind of kept. And like to Taylor's point, I tried to write a book with a 16-year-old protagonist acting young, and there are people who get it, and there are other people who are like, why is she acting so young? And I'm like, because she's 16. Yeah, she's 16. Like that's why. But it is, and there's a lot of fun amidst all the blood and murder and stuff, and that's because I wanted fun vibes. You know, that was important to me. But it is, when you don't have books that are literally made to be devoured like this one, it's hard. There's not really a mass market paperback like this, where it's literally supposed to be like you're picking up a treat for the day.
Yeah, that's true. Because I remember taking these to school, and we'd like swap them around between each other, you know, be like, oh, which one did you get? Da, da, da. Swap them around. There was even like Point Romance as well, which, you know, we'd be like, oh, try this Point Romance. And it was so romantic at the time, but we've read a couple of them and they're like, well, a bit cheesy. But like at the time as a teen, you're like, oh, this is so like, you know, romantic. So I remember like swapping all these books around between us. So when you say they're not, meant to be kept. They're meant to be shared or, passed around. That's so true, because that's what we did as a teen. Definitely. I'll just have a quick squeeze through the comments, because I know I've missed quite a few, but Matthew said, come for the weird story, stay for the good-hearted ginger guy with a swimmer's build. Billy said Billy said it would have been great if someone turned into a pig, a first for a point horror. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen like full on change into the pig, not just the hoof.
Yeah.
Not just the hoof. Scott said, where did the necklace go after the hurricane scene? I lost track of it. So it went back to Marina, right? So that's when the tree comes down on the car. And I take it she did all that dramatics just to get the necklace back, I'm guessing.
It felt like she was trying to kill Nick and get the necklace back.
Yeah.
It felt like killing Nick was like the bonus. But she didn't do a very good job.
Yeah.
And also it seems like she should have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Like she just had a few broken ribs. I was like, what do you mean, girl? Like
how all powerful are you?
yeah, truly.
Yeah, right.
I mean, she went through all that dramatics, and then when she wanted the car keys from Jessie's mum, she just like asked her, and like Jessie's mum gave her the keys. She could have just said, "Can I have my necklace back?"
Yeah. Well, especially because Jessie was going to give her the necklace. It was like, what's this? Like,
what's the point of this?
Yeah.
Kelly said the eye in the stone reminded me of when the bad woman in A Court of Thorn and Roses does to her ex-lover. So a similar concept. Oh, I've not read that, so I can't comment on that. But yeah,
that felt
That
very.
is an actual eyeball.
Yeah.
It's an actual
Chelsea
eyeball.
knows.
I know.
Billy was laughing at.
I read a wide variety of genres.
Oh, I like it. Billy was laughing at Pigfoot, and Claire put Daddy Pig. I don't know whether Claire meant that the way I said it, but that's how it came out of my mouth. Oh dear. Larissa said, the more I'm reminded of this book, the more I think I just pushed through it. As I didn't post, it didn't meet my bonk. It didn't. As I didn't post, it seems it didn't meet my bonkers, but at least it tried. Yeah, it did try, definitely.
Yeah, you can't accuse Linda of not trying. She gave you everything she had.
Yeah.
You tried very hard.
Kelly said, do you think Linda only got 1 point horror gig because this one was so out there? Well, interestingly enough, she basically over here, obviously we got these point horror branded logos, and she was meant to have another one out called Pool Party, which was out in the US under Scholastic, and we was meant to get it over here, but it was at the end of the point horror run and we didn't get it. I was going to say very sad, but I'm not sure. I haven't read that
now
one.
I need to. What was Pool Party about? I need to know.
I mean, probably not a pool party.
Yeah, I'm going to guess not a pool party. The cover shows someone getting out of the pool, but
Sure. That doesn't mean anything for Linda.
Linda doesn't care what the cover looks like.
Emma said Nick did rescue her from the ocean in the beginning, so rescued Jessie in the beginning. So at least he did something. Yeah.
He did keep rescuing her at the last second, though. Like I was like, what do you mean you were waiting there the whole time and you waited until she was drowning? Like, what do you mean? The pool party.
He's a swimmer, but he's very scared of the water.
Yes. He takes his time. The summary for Pool Party, if you're wondering, is planning the party of the year at her mother's exclusive new hotel. Sharon is surprised when a mysterious person invites people she hardly knows to the party and begins to fear that her guests are being set up.
Pig feet.
Yeah.
If it hasn't got pig feet in, I'm just going to be disappointed now.
Well, it does say there's a weeping ghost, a doll that changes facial expressions, buried treasure, romance, and more.
Oh, I'm going to have to
None
do
of
this
these things go in the same book.
That's it.
All in the same book.
You're going to have to come back. We're going to have to read Pool Party and then come back to discuss it. We're going to have to do it now.
School Library Journal does say this is an average mystery with a fairly convoluted plot that may leave some readers with more questions than answers, which I feel could have been on this one.
Definitely. Kelly said, I did enjoy the fact that her friends believed her, which makes a change from the usual gaslighting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, normally you get a lot of gaslighting, especially in these 90s point horror books. So, yeah, it did make a nice change.
I mean, they didn't do anything about it. They were like, we believe you, but
yeah,
we're going to do the bare minimum to try to help you out here.
Ham salad.
Yep, ham salad.
Ham salad. Nikki said, I really missed the Scooby-Doo vibes and overly dramatic reveal from this one, because that's, again, another point horror trope. Very Scooby-Doo-ish, very dramatic reveal. I mean, taking your eye out is quite dramatic, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they kept saying at the end, I did love that this also felt like Linda was on deadline and rushing the last chapter, because the way the last chapter was like, and everything was going according to plan. The plan was working. This was great with the plan. I was like, oh, so we're not going to explain the plan.
What's the plan?
We're just going to go from there.
Emma said her son was having her on with regards to, like, good ideas.
It was like, sure, Mom, sure.
Kat said, I do think the last woman accused of witchcraft in the US was in the Virginia Beach area. Oh, I'm seeing the connection. Oh, okay, interesting. And Jessie said, Jessie in the chat said, I did a quick Google search. There is a Virginia Beach witch legend. Oh, wow.
Yeah, clearly Linda went on vacation here and said, all right, this is the book for me. Sun studying the Odyssey, witches, we're in.
Scott said so many unanswered questions with this one. Sharon said Jessie was annoying. Emma said, I feel like Jessie should have been trying to save her friends from the girl. Yeah, they all loved Marina, and her witch mother tries to repress her powers so she can rule the town. Yeah. See, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more, like a bit like Agatha all along, like a little bit more like that. Definitely. Scott said this one certainly wasn't boring. Yeah,
you can't accuse Linda of being boring. She brought it all.
Yeah. Nikki said Cargill definitely went nuts. I felt like magic mushrooms were involved in this one. Oh dear. Yeah, definitely. Sharon said I had fun with this one, crackers but entertaining. Yeah. Emma said, as a bookseller, YA is an issue at the moment. Some of it is way too adult, especially for a generation brought up on screens. Yeah, they need short, fun reads, is what Emma said. Kelly said, no reveal needed in this one, just the resolve. But she's mentioned it was very rushed at the end. I can't believe I missed so much at the end. I've just been like in shock. Claire said, I have to constantly vet what my 12-year-old reads. She's an incredibly advanced reader but loves YA romantasy, and some of it is definitely not appropriate. Yeah, some of the romantasy is spicy. Definitely. Claire said, I love swapping point horrors at school. It really connected groups of us that wouldn't ordinarily mix. That's so true. I used to love it. Oh, such a good feeling to remember. Autumn said, I know the book was super different and very unconventional, but I actually really, really enjoyed it despite it being so strange. The lore was super fun and it was interesting for sure. Yeah, I do agree. I did have fun. Definitely. Yeah. And Lisa said, Pool Party is probably going to be about a surfer. Oh, Autumn's read Pool Party, and Autumn's put Pool Party was a huge letdown. Now we have to read it.
No, Linda. Kenny led you astray. I do love the idea, actually, now that I said that the idea that she put that in her about the author, because if anyone doesn't like the book, she can be like, that's Kenny's fault. Like,
Yeah.
Kenny said that you would like it, so it's not my fault, it's Kenny's. Like, what a boss move. I should have that in my about. So, like,
I need to hunt down Kenny, don't I?
I mean,
yes.
Try and
it does
find
kind
him.
of feel like a thing that Jessie's mom would do, though. Like,
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Uh-huh.
Claire said, I love the folklore and witchy vibes and would have happily read a longer book of this, but it was so bizarre in such a short point horror. I did enjoy it and it wasn't boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
definitely.
Kelly said, I enjoyed it, very different, but I like the imagery and the lore. Yeah, that's what sold it for me, I think. Autumn said, pool parties, very strange one. Linda Cargill loves the more out there stuff for sure. Oh, it must be another crazy one there. And Billy said, this book was nuts, but I enjoyed it because it was so different. Turquoise eyes, pig feet, witches, nothing to do with surfing, etc. And I think that sums it up really. Oh, but yeah, thank you guys for like reading it and like coming on to chat. And oh, this has been such a great chat. I knew as soon as I read it, I thought we were gonna have a giggle with this one, especially the pig's feet.
Yes. No, this was
Big
so
Daddy will
fun.
live forever.
Oh.
Big
And
Daddy will
I did
always be
not know what I was
famous.
getting
Pig
into.
Daddy. Yeah, and when I suggested this book, I didn't quite realise that this book would feature all of this fun stuff for us. I just thought it was going to be the average point horror, but no, we've got something very different. But I enjoyed it. I was here for it.
Yeah, for
This
Oh,
is a
but
sure.
great time. And
For the,
and honestly, anytime I get to hang out with obviously you as well, but these two lovely authors is always a good time.
oh, I
So
love it.
yes.
So much love. But yes, do check out these wonderful authors' books. And yeah, just go and buy the books basically. Just go online now. Just pre-order, just buy them. Just go for it. I'm a book enabler. We have to do
I mean I support it. So
it. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
no.
and thanks to everyone in the chat as well. I'm glad that you had fun with this one as much as we did. So yeah, but thanks guys. Come back again
Uh,
soon. We'll do pool party. It's gonna have to happen.
oh,
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
all right.
Speak to you soon. Bye. Bye.